So now she has a man in the unit. Like I said, had she not been a Section 8 tenant, we wouldn't have an issue with it. We don't care what you do. That's your personal life. She's a grown woman. However, they break up. He don't want to leave. So now she's asking us, can she evict? She has to go to court to evict him. And we're trying to evict her. Exactly. This is crazy, people. We can't make this stuff up.
Hold on, what? Listen, my women, okay? If you own Section 8, you know the man that, listen, Mr. Penn showed up to a property, and the man here told the lady, the man ain't supposed to be, she getting evicted. Man, listen, do not let that man live in your property, okay? Send him back to his mama house, okay? Or his side piece house, whatever. You can't say, don't fuck up your happy home and your kids' happy home for some dickery. It ain't worth it. How the fuck she gonna move the man in? Then he said, I ain't moving out because I know. I'm calling, I'll tell on you. Then we both getting put out. He was in that position of power. So he said, I ain't moving out. So then she want to go try to evict him when she's already in the process of them trying to evict her. Yo, what's poppin', GE? Gang back with another banger reaction video. It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to my people. It's Tuesday, which means it's always almost Wednesday, which means it's almost hump day. Feel me? I'm saying it's hump day. What you do with that humperies is up to you, okay? Shout out to my people. You're having a great day at work. If you're at work, I hope you're having a great day. I hope you made it to work safely first. That's number one. And I hope you ain't letting them people fucking stress you out at that job, okay? You're only one person. I'm not about to do Todd's work. I'm not about to do Tamika's work, okay? I'm doing my shit. We all get to pay. Say I'm going home after doing mine, okay? If they don't want to work, fire them motherfucking ass. I ain't with the bullshit today, okay? I'm doing my job, get my benefits, and I'm going home, okay? Tell them straight like that. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you had a great lunch, had a great meal today, whatever, and I hope you make it home safely so you can get on the YouTubery and watch the video, okay? That's what we got to spend our family time together, okay? We can't skip that because we got to check on our people's memories, okay? I got to check on you after work because I know somebody ain't checked on you after work. They probably just a regular scary program. Mom, I need this. Babe, I need this. Nobody's checking to see how you doing, okay? So we got to check on your memories. But before we do that, we about to get into a video that a lot of people had a lot of questions about. So this one is a Section 8 tenant. Violated her lease and it got messy. So we already did a video that you guys sent me to where they I guess the Section 8 tenant won in court, but they decided not to renew her lease. So they told her she got 30 days to get out. You know what I'm saying? I think it was December, and they said she got to the end of January, something like that, whatever the case. We all want to know the backstory. I got plenty of emails, plenty of DMs, and he got part two. Somebody found it and sent it to me. So now we're gonna get back more backstory. We're gonna get more of a backstory. Okay, the last video was, I don't know, wasn't that long. This one was almost 30 minutes. So we can get to be all up in their business again. Okay, we're gonna see how this shit works. And like I said, we're gonna stay out of this business. Okay, we don't want no part. We're gonna be flippers. Like Flipper, we're gonna be flippers. Pump and dump, okay? Out of there. We don't want these problems. So we're gonna find out what their problem was. There's a lot of people saying, I don't know, I'm on a fence because we were trying to choose whose side you were on. But based off the conversation we heard with them having her on a speakerphone, which she didn't know she was on the phone, okay? But hopefully we're going to get more of a backstory, a 30-minute video. I'm sure they're going to break it all the way down, and then you guys can pick, oh, they were right, or no, they were wrong as two left shoes type. So before we get into this video, get down in the comment section. We got checking on me, please. Let me know how you're doing mentally, emotionally, energetically, physically, psychologically, and most importantly, spiritually. And shout out to the couple. The YouTube channel is called Still Figuring It Out. I'm gonna leave it down in the first pinned comment. If you want to go tap into it and just follow their journey of being owners and landlords, go tap into their channel, show them some love, tell them Foosh sent you. You feel me? Yeah, that's how we get down. But let's go ahead and find out. A lot of people say, "What's that cheese on that, bro?" I don't know what I don't know. I thought it was because he's watching the Green Bay Packers or his favorite team, but well, he has the Green Bay Packer chainery on, so. Maybe he just loves the team. He just wears the shit all the time. I don't know. So ask him when you go over to his channel type.
Yes, man. This tenant from hell. We've been dealing with a lot from, this tenant from hell, dealing with the court process and going back and forth. And,
oh, man.
The government shutdown that we was dealing with that she decided not to pay. So to finally get to this place where we went to court and she ended up winning the case, I'm just extremely, extremely, extremely devastated.
It's very disheartening.
It really is.
Very disheartening.
I just thought the judge was gonna like side with us because we are landlords, you know, and we have experience. And if you look at the case as a whole, my whole thing is if a tenant doesn't pay, you should automatically lose the case. It should be, you shouldn't have no fight on that end.
No, you should.
You know, you should not have no fight because at the end of the day, there's a tenant and landlord contract. If
pretty much you're giving your word that you're going to oblige this contract. Like, this is what I'm going to do. Exactly. And you signing the dotted line. We signing the dotted line. If anything happens with the property while you a tenant there, it's our responsibility to take care of those things. And anytime our tenant calls, any of our tenants, we first things first, we get it done. We don't waste no time. We right on top of everything. That's it.
We call our contractors. If they busy, we'll find somebody else. But we do everything that we got to do to make sure we cover ground, to make sure our tenants are taken care of.
Yep, it has been some things. This is not just the only thing. There's been little things.
This is our last straw.
Like,
at
we
this point.
are tired.
We really are.
We're tired. So we just wanted to come on here and give you guys a little bit of how we got here to be tired.
Yeah.
Like, you know, what brought us here to be tired.
Yeah, so pretty much this tenant, she started off to be a really, really good tenant. She handled all her business when it was time for her documents and, you know, working with her caseworker. Everything was pretty smooth. Section 8, you know, they made the process smooth. This was actually our first Section 8 tenant. And when we signed up for the program, you know, that was us giving back to the, you know, the affordable housing crisis that everybody's facing across America. Our thing was we want to be able to give back because we come from Section 8 and we know how it is. We know how it is and we grew up on that. And, you know, having single parents and stuff like that, it can be a struggle. So we wanted to play our part as property owners to be able to give back to the affordable crisis to bless somebody else. We buy properties in great neighborhoods and great school districts.
Yes.
So if a property's in a great neighborhood and a great school district and we allow a Section 8 tenant to be able to have that property or to lease that property, that gives them an opportunity to be in a great neighborhood, and that also gives them an opportunity for their kids to be in great school districts. So we thought that was our thing and our way to be able to give back in that instance to help out these people in these less unfortunate situations.
Exactly.
And we've done that. We've done that. We got quite a.
Let me ask you guys something. Have you guys ever done anything for somebody that it turned out to be they were ungrateful or unappreciative but you did out of kindness of your heart, like, I'm gonna put this person in a great position, man, I'm gonna help them. I don't care if it's your brother, sister, your mom, your dad, your best friend, whatever. And the motherfucker acts so appreciative or entitled, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm assuming that's what they're talking about. Like, man, we come from that. We want to give back to the people because, you know, this is where we come from. And I know how it is to try to climb out of that hole. And all I'm saying that to say this is sometimes being the good person and the caring person and empathetic and sympathetic person comes back and bites you in the motherfucking assery. 99% of the time. Okay? It's only 1% where it's like, damn, I appreciate you. Hug. Oh, man, I love you, bro. Like, it's very few and far between, okay? Most of the time it's going to come back and bite you in the ass. And it's from what they're saying already, basically it came back and bit them in the ass, trying to help out somebody that everybody's not going to be the same. So they're not going to think the same as you, like be so appreciative and maybe go start them a business or, no, they're still that take advantage of. No, I'm on Section 8, motherfucker. I'm going to be here for 30 motherfucking years. I don't want to get off of this. I don't want to go get a better job and make more money and then pay my own rent, $3,000. No, motherfucker, Section 8. Then I go buy my Louis bags. I can go buy my kids all the Jordan type. It's a mentality thing, you feel me? So that's basically what I'm getting from what they're saying, and I know because it's real life and it really happens. So drop in the comment section if you've been in a situation like that.
A few, you know, Section 8 tenants and stuff like that, but that was the whole sole purpose of this. So to be in this space now with this tenant from hell, it feels like we've being manipulated to a degree in a lot of situations. It's a lot of manipulation going on. At this point, even the housing specialists act like they don't want to answer the phone. Nobody's answering emails. We've been to court. This whole thing started, you know, back during the government shutdown when the tenant didn't pay during the government shutdown. Also, Section 8 had put all their payments on hold during the government shutdown. So that kind of left us with the bad end of the stick regarding having to pay those payments on our own. At the end of the day, we business owners, so we prepare for those things. But it's still the responsibility of the tenant to be able to cover their portion of the rent, no matter what the situation and circumstances are there. That is your responsibility as a tenant. That's what you signed the lease for. Okay, the government shut down, that happened. But at the end of the day, when the government shutdown happened, that's a separate thing. That's a government issue. At the end of the day,
that's out of our control.
Yeah, that's
out of her control.
Yeah,
you know, we understood that. We didn't want to be here. We didn't
wanted to
want
be
to have
good landlords.
Yes, we wanted to do
show
what
our
we could
experiences
to help. But continue.
Yeah. So Section 8 didn't pay, and we understood that because that's a government thing. That was a global thing. That was a nationwide thing that we are all dealing with in the United States. But when it comes to this tenant not paying your portion, when you got our property, you had a job. You had a job. That's one of the reasons why we selected you as a Section 8 tenant. We had multiple options. We had a fleet of people trying to get this unit. But one of the reasons why we selected you is because you did have a job. So we was looking at it like, okay, this lady has a job. She has kids, but her kids are at grade school. So we know at the end of the day that this home will not be occupied 24 hours with kids running around or her being there 24 hours. So we wanted to get somebody who was at least trying by having some type of employment and working every day and doing what they had to do to pay their portion of the bill.
Yeah.
But when a government shutdown happens, she just was like, well, government shutdown, they not paying, I'm not paying. Who gave her the right to think in that way?
You're right.
That was a frustrating situation.
You
That's
don't
the
pay,
contract.
you
You
can't
can't
Hold on.
contract.
I'm only laughing because it's true. I mean, obviously we didn't do it because we didn't get no evictions. We paid our rent and our car notes and all that type of shit. But a lot of people said, "Fuck it, my cry 2 tears in the bucket." You know what I'm saying? Like the government shut down, but they got to come find me. They got to come get everybody. I ain't paying. I'm staying and I ain't paying. It was a lot of that going on. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm just laughing because that's real life. You know what I'm saying? The people that got common sense and know how the world work as an adult knew damn well don't shit come for free. We knew this shit. I'm just saying, okay? We didn't fall in that category, but you know some people that did fall in that category and said, man, I ain't paying. I needed my assistance everywhere. I ain't paying the light bill. I ain't paying. The only thing I'm paying is my cell phone bill, and then we going shopping.
At that point.
So, yeah, we get there, she's like, I'm still working. We're under the impression she's still working. We don't know.
Yeah.
But little do we know, what was she collecting?
Yeah, so during the court process, we're gonna get to that. So we finally made it to court because once Section 8 wasn't paying, she wasn't paying. At that point, we filed an eviction because Section 8 didn't pay their part, what we was okay with. But when she didn't pay her part, that was the red flag for us. Once she decided not to pay her portion of the rent, and at that first instance, and that next 30 days, that gave us the option to go to court and file an eviction. So we filed the eviction, then we had to wait a few weeks. And that was just so up in the air because she's trying to basically live in our unit without paying. And we got bills and mortgages and stuff we got to pay.
Exactly.
So we still on the hook for that. The banks are not giving us no forbearance. The banks are not telling us we not paying. The banks don't care that the government is shut down. The banks don't care about any of that. That is on us. That is our responsibility as property owners. And she don't really understand the tenant and landlord property relationship. So we went to court. We went to court. We had to go to court. We did what we had to do. We went to court. We finally filed for the eviction. It took a couple of weeks. We got to court.
Yep.
We got to court. This lady was just trying to bargain with us, oh, I'm sorry, we didn't have to get to this point. I just want my place. I have my kids. We love the schools. We love the place. But I'm like, man, you did not pay. You do not pay. If you do not pay your portion, at that point, our back is against the wall as owners, as business owners. So, we telling you, we give you different options. Man, you need to pay. We calling you. We send you emails. We send you a certified mail letting you know that you have to pay. You decided not to pay because the government shut down.
Exactly. That's a choice she made on her own.
Yeah, that's the choice that you made. At the end of the day, you are a grown adult. This is a landlord-tenant relationship. Just as well as you got bills, we don't own these properties free and clear, and it's just that's their property, they don't have no bills. No, we still got taxes we got to pay, we got insurance we got to pay, we got mortgages we got to pay. We got other things that we got to take care of, and this is not our only property. We have other properties as well. So for you to really sit there and not pay was ridiculous. So let's get back to the court. So now we're in court, and before we actually go in there, we see her, and she's trying to bargain with us, saying that, we shouldn't have to, we shouldn't have to came this far. This is unfortunate. Can I just pay you guys now?
It's crazy.
Yeah, we telling her no. We don't even want the payment at this point. We just want our property back.
Yeah,
we don't care about your money. We want to move on, because after those phone calls that we had with you, all those messages that we got from you, you cursing at us, you cursing us out, you doing all these different things, and you showing your real personality, because when you was trying to get the place, you was so nice. People really like the code switch out here, guys. She was extremely nice.
Be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, extremely nice.
Hold on. When he said that reminded me of Mr. Penn. I ain't gonna lie to you. For some reason, when people get to that eviction stage, and we know it's a long process, right? We all say it in the comment section. It's a long process. You get all this paperwork, you know eviction coming. But when Mr. Penn shows up at the door, when he shows up, you no longer live there. We all know this, okay? Listen, I'm coming in. I really could technically put you out, but I'm being nice, because he's a good guy type. You guys love him for that. But that's basically what the fuck what they're saying, right? So when he said that, it reminded me of Mr. Penn. Like, people at the last minute, you didn't pay your rent for 3 months, but all of a sudden I show up, and you talking about I can pay it right now, I can write chapter, and you kind of call the landlord, they don't even want your money, they just want you gone at that point, because they don't want to keep doing this. So that's basically what he said, man, I don't want to bargain with you, because if you can pay it now, why couldn't you pay it then? Because what you mean, you got $4,000 saved up, and the rent, and your portion of the rent is only $600, so which means you had the money to pay this whole time? I don't even want it. Go find your new place. I'm sorry. I tried to help you out. You took advantage of me. That's how life works. You don't get to just run around taking advantage of people and get everything, take, and there's no give on you, okay? That's why you're single with kids. The man left. Maybe, I don't know. Apparently, I don't know what happened to that. But I'm just saying, when you're dealing with people, and there's always the people that just want to take, you wonder why they better by themselves, and why they don't have friends, and why they don't have family to come around, because they just takers. You feel me? So basically what I'm saying is, when he said that, remind me of Mr. Penn, don't wait till the eviction come to pay your rent. Just pay the shit. You trying to sit on the money like you getting rich. I got $6,000 in my bank account. No, you owe that. The government shut down. You guys know what the fuck I'm talking about, okay? You guys seen it? We probably done it. Maybe not. I'm just saying, Mr. Penn, go evict her.
This lady, her children were nice, everybody was intact. Her previous landlord checked out, and come to find out that previous landlord wasn't even her real landlord.
How about that?
She had her auntie
Because
call?
we did research on that landlord. That was not a real legit landlord. That person does not have no properties in their name. We even checked the LLC in the state we live in under that name. Nothing came up as property owner. So that's we up in the air about that too. Was that landlord was even your real landlord, or was this landlord trying to get you out the house because the way you treat people and the way you do things? Somebody said, "I love your channel. We love you too. Thank you so much. We really appreciate all the
check out their channel though.
Feedback we've been getting. Now we in court, so we finally get in there. It's a lot of stuff going on. This is like our real first court case with our tenant.
Yeah.
So we're nervous. We scared, we're nervous, we young, we don't really go to court, we don't have no court, we don't have no backgrounds, we don't have no criminal backgrounds, we never sue nobody, we never been sued, we don't know how this is gonna turn out, we don't know how this is gonna be. But we was happy that we was actually in there, because it was a great experience.
Yeah.
It was a great experience, even though we had some anxiety. How'd you feel about it?
I mean, I love the fact that we were able to watch a few cases prior to ours. So we had to wait a while. So we saw how it goes and kind of got the idea. So that kind of eased me. At first, I wasn't like really nervous, because I'm like, what do I expect? What if she pulls a rabbit out of a hat and get away? I mean, I didn't know what to expect. So after seeing other cases and how they went,
and then we younger than her too, because I feel like she was trying to manipulate us.
Yeah, because we are younger than her. So it was really, my emotions were all over the place for real. But as time went on and we got to present our case, I felt good about it. I just knew we were gonna win.
I thought we was gonna win too. I really thought we was gonna win. So all right, so we sitting there, we waiting. Other people are going before us, and then they finally calls us. When they calls us, my heart is like this. Boom, 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 boom. I'm nervous, like, because at the end of the day, this lady thinks that we're just the property manager. She didn't even really know that we was the owners of this property.
Yeah.
So she's looking at us like, are y'all even the owners? So the judge, they calls us up, and she said, you know, basically we explained the case. I was showing some of the text messages that we had, that we, you know, that like some of my evidence. I showed the
some screenshots.
Of course, I showed some screenshots. I showed the 10 days to quit notice. We gave her 10 days to either, you know, pay her stuff now. We're gonna file an eviction. I had all my eviction documents. We showed that as well.
Yeah.
And we was just showing our evidence that we had to let this judge know that, hey, this individual is not holding up the end of the stick of the bargain of the tenant relationship that we had.
Or any stick at that.
Yeah, she's not agreeing to any of this. The government has shut down, but as a Section 8 tenant, you are still liable for your portion. That was our only thing. So we was basically, I explained everything to the judge. He said, okay. And then he ended up calling her up, Miss Ebony. And then Ebony, I don't know what she said to him. I guess she explained her case the best way she could. And then after that, they made a decision.
Yep.
They made a decision that really just, oh my God, to this day.
I feel like I felt the courtroom shake. Like it just shook. With like, the people were shocked.
I really don't understand, because what the judge don't realize is that there is an agreement in place. She did not live up to her portion of the agreement.
No, she
There's
did
no
not.
way you could side with this lady. So we was devastated. We was devastated.
Maybe listen. You tell the story as a mom, single mom, and you're just trying to make and get your shit together. Maybe the judge will feel sympathetic because, you know, the government has shut down and, you know, just whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like if you do that, now I'm very, you know, I'm cool with that too. If it's for everything, right? So listen, if my lights get turned off, I'm going to court, judge. They turn my light, hey, turn the lights back on, or you know what I'm saying, I'm ruling in her favor, turn the lights back on, she paid when she paid a type. It would have to be for everything. Car notes, lights, insurance, you know what I'm saying? Cell phone bill. You know what I'm saying? Not when it just comes to the rent. I feel like, I mean, if we're going to do it, let's do it. But maybe I'm saying the judge is a human and he does his own thing and he rules how he rules, and maybe he was just feeling generous and empathetic to her situation and he ruled in her fucking favor. And they're looking at it as like, well, shit, everybody else getting their bills and we ain't getting our rent. I bet you her cell phone paid. I bet you she out there, she driving that nice car. I think they said she had like a Lexus, or she had something, and then she got a new car, whatever the case. Everybody getting their money but us, judge. So I know that's why they said they were devastated type. That's just off the first video. If y'all missed it, I will link it under this video.
We was just,
I was like this close from just like going
God, I was
crazy.
so upset, and I just had to keep my composure.
Yeah, we had to hold it together.
Yeah, we
it's
had to
probably
really,
our hardest time of holding it together.
and it was so crazy because that courtroom, when you're dealing with tenants and small civil court claims, people in there crying, people in there hollering. And they sad that they losing their places or they have to get kicked out. They complain about how they got family and all this, that, and the third. And it was just a heated room. Like it was a lot of emotion in there, and it just felt so weird. Like I don't even have a ticket on my background, so I don't be in these courtrooms. We're not them kind of people.
Yeah, it was heavy.
Yeah, it was very heavy.
It was heavy.
But the judge pretty much came back. He knocked on the wood, and he just pretty much said, when it comes to the property, this defendant be able to keep the property. We are not forcing her to move.
Yeah.
But he did, you know, let her keep the property, but he made her pay that. She had to pay her back rent. Yes. But we was trying to tell the judge, we didn't care about the back rent. We don't want the money. We want our property back. But there's a whole thing here that we didn't know. Initially, when we gave Ebony the property, she had a job and she had a Section 8 voucher. That's one of the reasons why we let her qualify, because she had a stable income.
Yes.
But kind of find out, somewhere during her tendency of occupying a unit, she lost her job. We didn't know she lost her job.
There was no communication about this.
Yeah, there was no communication to us.
How do we know?
She spoke to her Section 8
housing,
the housing specialist manager, and that I guess they was informed that she lost her job. We had no clue. No Section 8 reached out to us. Ebony didn't reach out to us.
There was
nobody
no
reached
for her portion. Like
nobody reached out to us. There was like a lack of communication across the board when it came to her losing her job and not letting us know if she had a job or she didn't have a job. When she lost her job, that allows Section 8 to change the portion that she pays and the portion that they kick out for her to occupy the unit for her and her family and her children. Again, there was a lack of communication. We knew no knowledge of her losing a job. She was also getting SSI. She was also getting child support. a lot of those government programs also came to a stop for a couple weeks. So she didn't even have extra money coming in to be able to pay her portion.
Yeah.
If she wanted to take responsibility for that. But when you think about it, technically, that was her argument. But in hindsight, we realized that it wasn't her responsibility anyway, because the judge already said and had documents stating that Section 8 was covering 100% anyway, which we had no clue of.
Again, no communication.
No communication, man. Every time we tried to communicate with her, she just had this real raunchy, real ratchet, nasty personality, talk crazy out the mouth, very emotional.
I don't know what it is.
And if she would have told us about this and just told us and was honest about her situation, we would have definitely looked at this in a different light.
We definitely probably would have helped what we knew, but we can't help what we don't know.
There's programs out here that will help cover your funding, like local programs, not even government programs. They have programs like Crisis that when people fall on hard times, that they would come in and step in and help these individuals who are facing hard times. So with her having that lack of communication, it really put a dent in our relationship.
Yeah.
It put a big dent in our landlord-tenant relationship.
And we can't, like I said, we can't help what
How
we
you
don't
feel
know.
like she treated you? Like, how you feel like she treated us?
I definitely feel like going in, we had some type of rapport, and now at this point, there's nothing. There's nothing. Every time we speak to her, it's either her yelling and cursing, or it's almost like we're the monsters.
It's like we supposed to know. How we gonna know and we be the monsters of the situation when you having a lack of communication, you're not telling us exactly what's going on?
Communication.
We landlords, it's supposed to be a relationship here.
Exactly.
Excuse me.
And that's not even the tip of the iceberg, guys. We ain't even get to the tip of the iceberg yet. Like, this is crazy.
Wait. All right, so that's one part. We're gonna get to that. So how can I put this? So after all that back and forth, and after all that going to court, paying all those fees and stuff like that to get the eviction process started, and after all that back and forth and having to wait that process out, not being able to pay our mortgage, communicating with the bank, going through all that uproar, with Ebony, I don't know if she realized or not, she had to realize, but her lease is coming to an end at the end of February.
She couldn't have realized it.
Her lease is coming to an end at the end of February. So through all this stuff we was going through, the government shutdown, through the holidays, you made it through that. But now that the lease is coming to an end, come in. That property is back ours. Oh. That's where she lost at. You won in court, but you lost the property. And at this point, at that nasty attitude you've been giving me and my wife, you done. We don't want to hear nothing. We are done. We want our property back. We do not have to renew the lease. We don't have to do any of that. We are done. We don't have to renew the lease. We don't have to go to court. We don't have to get the sheriff involved. We don't have to have no documentation. Everything is written already in that lease term. We do not have to renew your lease. We gave you a 60-day notice. This lease term is done. You showed your true colors. When we first put you in that property, you try to play this corporate role. You try to speak like a white person and try to just be this uppity person. But now we see your true colors. You are like very nasty, and you keep trying to call us, and you sending us emails, knowing that the lease is ending, and you got your notice that you have to vacate their property. Stop calling us and trying to negotiate. We are not going for it. We done. We looking for decent people. This is a suburbs we put you in.
I don't want to take her calls anymore at this point. If it's not
we put you in the top 10 neighborhood.
I don't want to take any more calls for that.
You said what?
At this point, I don't want to take any more calls. If it's not an emergency with the property, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to be talked to. She's just so vulgar. It's just nasty. Like, we can't have...
Very manipulative.
Upon a time had a decent rapport with conversation.
I'm sorry, man. I couldn't get past the part where they said that she tried to act... Man, I tried to act like a white lady or something. I would prefer it if he said that she tried to act proper, like, okay? Man, it's just sometimes there's some proper speaking motherfuckers out there, okay? Hey, Todd, how you doing? Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm wonderful, okay? Man, fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like 1 minute he's talking like that. Man, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, We know. Don't act like you don't know somebody that'll call over the phone and try to act all proper like you got the phone, start cussing their motherfucker ass and like, that bitch, stop it. This bitch dumb. She believe it. She fell for the okey doke. You guys know. The way he said that, she tried to act like, oh, that man. Come on, because I laugh at shit like that. Like, I've had people do that. I've done that. What? When I'm trying to get a loan on the phone. Oh, yeah. No, for sure. Have a wonderful day. For sure. I'm not gonna lie. Did it help me? No. That motherfucker still didn't help me. I'm just gonna be my motherfucking self. Hey, can I get a motherfucking loan? No. You know what I'm saying though. But yes, I've done the talkery of the proper English type. You know what I'm saying? I've done it. Sometimes it helped. Most of the time it didn't. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the people that use it to try to you know what I'm saying, to get what you want. If you feel like you're going to be discrimination against. That's a word, discrimination against, okay? Shout out to you.
There's no more of that. So
you won the case in court, okay? You lost your job. Section 8 was supposed to pay 100%. Section 8 was not paying at the time because it was a government shutdown. But you were very nasty through that entire process. Mm-hmm. Talked to us, down on us like we little kids. Mm-hmm. You didn't know we owned the property. And when you have that ownership, like we do, you have power and control. So we decide who occupy units. So that's where you lose at. You won the court case, but you still lose the property. You're done. Battle. Get out of there. You gotta go. There's no negotiation. Stop calling us. Stop reaching out. We want our property back. And if you don't leave the property, we are getting the sheriff involved, and they're gonna force you out.
That's it.
As far as your kids and all the complaining and all the yelling, I understand and I feel for the kids. We have kids ourselves. Exactly. We understand that. But sometimes these adults have to take accountability for their actions and stop feeling so entitled. You are in a Section 8 program and you feel that entitled like this is your property? Y'all don't own this property? This is our property.
Private property.
We went through underwriting. We found this. We did our due diligence. We got our inspections. This is our property. We want our property back. We don't want nothing to do with you.
That's it. I mean,
yeah. Speak on the other part of it, like which is even crazier.
So here's the top of the top of the mountain. So it was revealed to us from a close neighbor that she's been dating, which we don't have a problem with that. It's none of our business.
Yeah, but technically, when you're on Section 8, you're a single mom, you have kids. A man is not supposed to be in that house unless you are married. And if that man is in that house, he's on that lease. That kind of ups your voucher as well. Exactly. So she had a man living in that house without reporting it. Now we doing our backgrounds and due diligence on you now while you in the unit.
Yep.
Yikes. My bad.
So now she has a man in the unit. Like I said, had she not been a Section 8 tenant, we wouldn't have an issue with it. We don't care what you do. That's your personal life. She's a grown woman. However, they break up. He don't want to leave. So now she's asking us, can she evict? She has to go to court to evict him, and we're trying to evict her. Exactly. This is crazy, people. We can't make this stuff up.
Hold on, what? Listen, my women, okay? If you own Section 8, you know the man listen, Mr. Penn showed up to a property, and the man here told the lady, the man ain't supposed to be, she getting evicted. Man, listen, do not let that man live in your property, okay? Send him back to his mama house, okay? Or a side piece house, whatever. You can't say, don't fuck up your happy home and your kids' happy home for some dickery. It ain't worth it. How the fuck she gonna move the man in? Then he said, I ain't moving out because I know. I'm calling, I'll tell on you. Then we both getting put out. He was in that position of power. So he said, I ain't moving out. So then she want to go try to evict him when she's already in the process of them trying to evict her. What kind of ass backwards shit is that? Why'd you get yourself in there? First of all, you're really entitled, okay? Because you know you should have left these people shit. You brought a mother man into the house around your fucking kids on Section 8 voucher when it's just supposed to be you and you're not married. And you got to have some big motherfucking kahunas, big cheese balls, to be able to say, you know what, bitch, I'm gonna go evict you out of here, even though I'm getting evicted. And we leaving at the same motherfucking time. Matter of fact, I'm gonna evict you, and I'm gonna figure out a way for me to stay here, even though they're trying to evict me. Huh? What? Who does that? If motherfucker says I'm about to, I've never heard that in my life. In my life, somebody getting evicted while trying to evict somebody else out of something they're getting evicted out of. That doesn't even make sense coming out of somebody's mouth. It sounds so weird to say, but they just said it. A double eviction. Mr. Penn, drop one of them. I'm gonna have the most fun with it.
Telling you, I just washed my hands with this lady.
That is insane, yo.
Is it?
That is insane. Why would she put herself in a situation? So this guy trying to hoard at a house, he's not even on the lease.
So he's basically using his squatter rights because he gets mail there, I guess, at this point. And once you get mail somewhere, you live there. So now she has to evict him. And then we are in the process of evicting her.
Our lease is ending.
Well, her lease is ending at this point because we tried to evict her.
So at that point, once her lease ends, and he's saying he still has to leave when that lease ends. Because with the squatter stuff that he got going on, that we ain't got nothing to do with no. We don't get in people domestics. we don't have nothing to do with none of that.
Get in domestic.
Your crib, though. He said he ain't leaving your crib.
When that lease ends because you've been living there based off her.
Exactly.
I don't know how Section 8 is going to work that. I don't know how that's going to work out.
I have no clue.
But that
you guys have
individual have to leave.
any information on that? Drop that in the comments below because we don't know.
Your man is living in a unit. He's not on your Section 8 voucher. You guys broke up. Now he don't want to leave. Your lease is coming to an end, ma'am. He has to leave.
It sounds like he's done this before. Like, how did he know to do this?
He has to leave.
Oh, man. I'm telling
He
you.
has to leave. I don't know. If he's not a
thing.
part of your Section 8 voucher, I don't know how you're going to deal with the housing with that and how you're going to communicate that to your housing specialist. But I personally, I care about it because that's our unit. But, y'all have to figure ain't no squatters right in this unit.
Go.
The lease is over.
Yeah.
That domestic boyfriend kind of situation.
Sir, it has nothing to do with Section 8. A squatter is a motherfucking squatter, sir. Okay? And when they get mail there, they for sure try to claim squatters' rights. And I get mail here. You can't put me out. Sir, that has nothing to do with Section 8. I'm telling you, I've done enough squatter videos, okay? Even if you put her out and he wants to fucking stay and squat, he's going to pop a squat, sir. Y'all learning for sure. I only know these things because I do eviction videos. I don't even have to I don't even have to be a landlord, renter-e or whatever to know this type of shit. I'm learning off the motherfucking fly as doing these motherfucking videos. I told you these are learning educational videos. We learn a lot. So when we go into situations, we're like, I'm going to get into that or I'm not. Oh, I know this is going to go down. Nope, not doing that. I'm telling you, I'm learning shit. A squatter is a squatter. No matter where they pop a squat, they're going to squat and they're going to tell it it's my squatter's rights. I get mail here. Get off my property. They tell the police, get the fuck off my property. And it ain't their property. You don't think you as a renter, as a landlord, they're going to tell you to get the fuck on. They tell the police to get the fuck on. You're going to learn, sir. Yeah, y'all going to learn. Y'all going to learn y'all lesson. It's a learning process, like you said. You're going to learn it. You're going to know how to maneuver through it. But, sir, when she goes and she gets evicted, oh, that man, you're going to go evict him, too. You're going to get him up out of there.
I don't know what's that going to be about.
I don't either, but they got to go. I don't know how that works out. They got to go together.
You move in our unit on a Section 8 voucher with your kids. You have a man move in. He's technically not supposed to be in there because he's not on your voucher.
No.
Now you and your man breaks up. Now he's telling you he's not leaving because he has squatter rights. That does not make sense.
I don't know. But I'm not inheriting a squatter.
I'm not inheriting a squatter either because
you already did, though.
He gotta leave too.
No, you guys inherited him. You don't even know it.
Fees for us. We gotta go to court for that.
I'm telling you.
He's not even on a lease.
So when everyone's in the comments saying, how can we do this? This is what we're dealing with. This is what's on our table. This is what we're forced to deal with day in and day out. This is the parts that nobody talks about here.
It's insane, man. It's insane. So not only we gotta get rid of this tenant on the side of her not renewing, now she has a boyfriend in the house that they no longer together, and he's talking about staying. How?
I don't know.
Because he gets mailed to the property? I don't know. He got to go. He got to go. They both got to go.
Somehow she has to evict him to get out. So she's in the process of doing that now. And I'm really done. I'm really done with it. I mean, we try to give our tenants their space. We try to give them room. We try to let them make the home theirs. This right here has taught me a lesson.
Yeah, this is a lot. This got us second guessing real estate.
We have been too lax.
Yeah,
I'm a flipper.
I'm ready to sell everything and buy Bitcoin. She don't want to buy no Bitcoin, but it's never like having your own properties. But when you deal with these headaches and people lying,
crazy.
people trying to manipulate you, and all these different things,
Oh, man.
it becomes a lot. It becomes a lot, and it's a headache. And I see why people stay away from Section 8, and I see why people stay away from real estate in general. But I refuse to let this stop our journey. I refuse to. I feel like one bad apple should not ruin the whole tree. We should be able to cut that apple off and keep it moving.
Exactly.
And keep it moving. One of the biggest lessons I learned throughout this entire process was being able to keep an emergency fund just in case the government program shut down or a tenant decides not to pay, because we have to be able to cover ourselves.
Or a tenant moves out.
Etc. But at the same time, this is the most craziest situation we ever been in when it comes to a landlord-tenant relationship. We did not get in this business for this.
No.
We got in this business for equity growth. We got in this business for cash flow. We got in this business to be able to help our kids.
To have a legacy.
To have a legacy and help out our next generation.
We
didn't know these gurus on YouTube, they don't talk about none of this stuff.
No. I'm starting to feel like we're a caseworker.
That's what happened, man. You have to do your due diligence and homework, man, before you listen. You learn as you go, though. Like that, for me, I like to learn as I go. I'm jumping in because the hard thing to do is get started, right? So I like to jump in and I'll figure shit out as I go. Because if I don't, I'm gonna sit here and I'm bullshit. I'm gonna procrastinate. Oh man, I'm gonna start my YouTube channel. Man, I'm gonna start this business. And motherfucker don't never start it because you all want to have shit perfect. And then, man, I just like to jump in shit and go. Because I know how procrastination is, and I know it's a hard thing to beat and shit like that. You feel me? But now, you guys know the more of the backstory to that first video. Okay, I'm gonna label this one part 2. Now jump in the comment section and let me know whose side you're on now. Okay, after hearing all that, the motherfucking lady wants to evict the boyfriend out of some shit that she's getting evicted out of. You can't make this shit up. I bet. Man, listen. Get in the comment section. We got to talk about this. Hey, family, come here. We got to talk about this. Man, let me give you a hug. I got to tell you this motherfucking story, okay? I'm going to tell you the motherfucking story. We're going to have a conversation about it. We're going to talk about it. And we're going to laugh about it. And we're going to roast the motherfucker, too. Because what? Yo, sorry for the interruption. But I had to let you guys know we got some new fire merch on the website. You know what I'm saying? We had to let you know the brand new shirt. I just need enough money not to worry about money. I think we all want enough money not to worry about money. You know what I'm saying? That's a real life deal situation there, okay? We got plenty of shirts, plenty of colors. Like a lot of these shirts have 13 colors. What else we got? Eerie. You know what I'm saying? I put that shit on everything. You know what I'm saying? It's really discretionary how we really have the talkery. You know what I'm saying? I put that shit on everything, like literally, okay? What else we got? Oh, you know, for the women. I'm pretty. I'm powerful. I'm unstoppable. Yes, you are. For sure. Don't let nobody tell you that you're not ever in life, okay? And, don't worry about how big it is. Just know it's heavy, okay? Just know it's heavy. Yeah, straight like that. Then we got positive vibes, keep positive drives, okay? We got plenty of merch over here for my people to stay straight for the summertime. We got the hoodies for the wintertime. But for the summertime coming up, look at all these shirts. Plenty of them. Good vibes. Fooshin' it. Get on my face, make goof. We got plenty of shirts. Listen, how we gonna play the rent? We gonna play the rent with some dick. Go grab a shirt. Back to the video.